Hello people, this is the 12th video of our Scratch course and this is the third and the final part of the Beetle and the Walls game. If you have not watched the first and the second part, I will put the links above. All these videos are part of the Scratch course. If you are new to Scratch, you can follow the complete course to learn the basics of coding as well as Scratch. Now, let's see what we have already done in the project and what is left. So this is our game. If I click on the green flag, the beetle is moving fine. The walls are moving, but they are getting collected on the left end. So we have already done the motion of the wall and the beetle. Now the next thing to do is the score. But before that, if you have observed that these walls are getting collected on the left end. So firstly, we have to remove them and then we'll do the scores part. Now, let's see how to remove these walls. So we want that if the wall touches the left end of the stage, then it should be deleted. So to delete the clone, we need this block over here, that is delete this clone. But we need to attach this block with the condition when it should delete the clone, when the wall touches this left end of the stage. So we need this if block over here. If some condition, and then if the condition is true, then delete this clone. Now, if I try to go to sensing and I see these touching blocks, there are two blocks, touching a color and touching mouse pointer, edge or beetle. Now, touching the color will not work because we want it to touch the edge of the stage. If we see the touching, then there is edge, but there is no option for left edge. If we take this block with the edge option over here, then it will cover all the four edges. That is the top edge, left edge, right, everything. We don't want that. We only want the left edge. So this block will also not work. If you remember the X and Y axis thing, then X axis is for left and right. So we can use that. If you see that we are going to the left, the value of X is decreasing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make an imaginary line. And I'm going to say that if this wall crosses that imaginary line, then this wall should be deleted. And that wall, imaginary wall, will be created over here. Okay. Now, for understanding that, what we'll do is we'll open this and we are going to search for coordinates. All right. Let's find a good picture. All right, so I'm going to take this image. For reference, we are going to understand from this image. If I see that these lines, this one, all these lines that you can see over here are telling about the X position, right? And as we are going towards the left, the X position is decreasing. Now, if I say that X position at -4, so that means it is a line over here, right? Now I have created this line over here at x-axis -4. And if I say that if wall goes to the left of this, the wall should be deleted. That means if I say that the value of X for the wall goes less than -4, then the wall should be deleted. If as soon as the wall reaches at this point, that is at -5, so the value of X will become -5. -5 is less than -4. So as soon as the condition becomes true, the wall will be deleted. And till the time the wall is over here, that is if the wall is at -3, I check the condition, -3 is less than -4. No, it is wrong. So the wall will not get deleted. Okay, so we are going to use this condition. X is less than -4. But this -4 is according to this picture. Now we need to get this value of X on the stage. x is less than a particular value. Okay. Now I need to fill this value over here with the position of the wall, of the imaginary wall that we are going to create. So how to get the imaginary wall position? I want the position over here. So what I'll do is I'll make the wall visible. I'll take it and I'll place it over here. Like this. What is the value over here? Minus 233. So I'll put it over here, minus 233. So I got my condition that if the value of x goes less than, if the position of the wall goes less than minus 233. So I'll go to operators because I need this one. So I'll take this less than, I'm placing it over here. Here I'm going to put minus 233. Now this value can be different for your project. So don't worry about that. The project should work properly, that is important. And for X position, what we'll do, we'll go to motion and there is this block for X position over here. Alright, so now the next thing is, should I put this if inside this forever or inside this? Now, clearly we are talking about the clone. So we have to put it inside the coding of the clone. One more thing, this X position is the position of the clone, not the original wall, because the original wall will remain stuck on this end, if you remember the starting part. Now, let's try the coding and see if it works. See, the walls are not getting collected now. So it is working fine. So this part is done. Now, let's go to the next part of our project, that is putting the scores. Now, score is a piece of information that keeps on changing. So we are going to put score in a variable so that our game remembers what is the score right now. Right? I told you it's an information that the game should remember and game should be able to change it. So we are going to use a variable for that. If you don't know what are variables and how to use them, I will put the link of the video in the description as well as in the info card. So you can just watch that video to understand what are variables. We have already done that. There is no point of repeating it over here. So now let's create a variable over here. I'm going to make a variable with the name score. And for now, I'm going to keep it for all sprites and click on OK. Now, what I want is, I want to set the score to 0 when the game starts. So I'll take this set block, I'll place it over here, change it to score and set score to 0 when green flag is clicked. I want the user to get the score when the wall touches the left corner of the stage. This touching the left corner we have already done over here. So before just deleting this clone, I'm just going to change the variable of score by 1. Okay. So before, as soon as it touches the left corner, it will firstly give the score to the user and then it is going to delete the clone. Now let's try the game and let's check if it is working. See, the score is also coming. Alright. So this score part is also done. Now if you don't want to do the highest score part of the game, then the game is complete over here. If you want to do the highest score part as well, and if you want to understand the cloud variable, then continue watching it. And if you don't want to include that, you can leave the video over here and your project is ready. Now for the highest score, we need a cloud variable. Firstly, let's see what is a cloud variable and then we'll see how to use it. Cloud variables are the ones that are stored in the server of Scratch. And its value is not erased even if you close Scratch or you open the project in another system. Once you have saved a value inside the cloud variable, it will stay as it is. You can change it when you play the game, but computer is not going to change it on its own. Or computer is not going to erase it even if you close the project. Unlike the normal variables where the values are erased once the project is closed. Now let's see how to create a cloud variable Firstly, we'll go to the home screen by clicking on this Scratch logo from here. Then at the top, you see this message button. So we are going to click on it. Now you must have received this message from Scratch. Now, if you have not received this message yet, then you will receive it after few projects. Like if I show you, I think I have created roughly 10 projects I have created, and then I got that message. So once you create roughly 10 projects, you are also going to get this message. If not, you can wait a little bit more. And then once you get the message, then you can complete this project. If you have received this message, then click here to learn more. Now let's get started. And continue and next. You can read all of this if you want, and I have read this many times, so I'm just clicking on I agree. Now once you become a scratcher, I'll go back to Scratch. And now if I open my project, now we are doing the scores part over here. So we'll come back over here, and if we go to variables, now if I click on make a variable, over here I got this option of cloud variable. So that's how you can get an option of cloud variable. Now I want to create it. So normally I write highest score, and I will click on this cloud variable. Now if you're making a cloud variable, it will automatically be for all sprites, and we'll click on OK. Now I'll create a separate project where I'll tell you the benefits of being a scratcher and what all things you will get extra. One, you already understood that you got the option of a cloud variable. There are many other things that you can do as a scratcher. That will be a separate video I'll create later on. For now, let's continue with the project. Now I got this cloud variable of highest score. Now what I'll do is, you can place it wherever you want. Now what I want is that when the game ends, at that moment, if the score, now write it in mathematical format, if the score is more than, how to write more than? Like this. If the score is more than the previous highest score, HS is highest score, then the highest score should be updated, right? Update. If the score at the end of the game is more than the highest score, then the highest score should be updated to that score, to the new score that the user created. Okay. Now, firstly, that we need to do this coding where the game is ending. So where we have done the ending part. So we have done that over here. We have broadcasted a message of end. So we are going to use that. So when I receive end, now this part of coding, you can do wherever you want. So what I'll do is, I'm doing it in the Beetle. So when I receive the end, now there is a condition. If, and from this thing that we have written, we are going to create the equation. If greater than, what is greater than? If score is greater than highest score. And I'm going to place it over here. Then we need to update the score. That means we need to set the highest score to something. Set the highest score to the score that is there at the end of the game. Okay. We are not going to update the highest score in between. We are going to update it at the end. Let's suppose my highest score is 10 right now. I played a game. This is my highest score. I played a game and now my score is 11. As soon as the game ends, this highest score should be changed to 11. So that means whatever the value of score is at the end, that same value should be placed inside highest score. So that is what we are doing over here. Okay. Whatever the value of score is there, it should go inside the highest score. Only if this condition is true. Okay. I hope this is clear to you. Now what I'll do is let's try to play the game. Now see, the highest score is not changing right now, but the score is changing. Now if I stop the game, as soon as I stop the game, the score was 9. So the highest score, when I was playing the game, the highest score was 0. Highest score and score. Highest score was 0 and score was 9. As soon as the game ends, it checks the condition. Score, that is 9, is greater than highest score, that is 0. Is it true? Yes, 9 is greater than 0. 9 is bigger than 0. So it set the highest score. It changes the value of highest score to score. So whatever the value of score is, that will be the new value of highest score. That is 9. So this 0 is gone now. So that is how it is working. Now if I play the game again and I create a new high score, then what happens? Now my score is bigger than the highest score. Now if I stop the game, now see again the highest score is updated. Now again what happened? Again it checked the condition that the score is bigger than the highest score. Yes, score was 14 and the highest score was 9. So this condition is true. So again it updated the value of highest score. From 9 it removed this 9 and it changed it to 14. So that's how it is working over here. Okay. Okay, so this is done. Now you can try the project and it will work perfectly fine. If there is any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed the game and I hope you enjoyed this video as well. If you liked the video and if you have learned anything new, click on the like button and subscribe to my channel. Bye.